There you are. Yep, yep, yep. Target acquired. Yep.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good noon to everybody. What's up, everybody? This is Masaki coming to you live from State 483. So today is State 483's Capital Clash, and I have some really cool, exciting things to talk about. We are going to talk about double rallying today. The reason everyone needs to learn this technique, not just rally leader, is that because one day you might be a rally leader. And the key is this. There are cases where, bunkers or fortress fights where you will not be able to, with a full rally, take down the defending player. As an example, look at Lisa here. She is very strong. There's no way you're going to be able to take this down with one rally. But you can take down a stronger set of troops on one tower or one defensive building with two sets of rallies. And that's really key. So let's look at how this works. So I've just set up my lions to kind of practice this today. I told them about how the difference works. And so they're going to rally center. So first, let's explain the concepts behind the double rally. What essentially we're trying to do is make two marches that are going to hit the exact same building at the exact same time, or as close to it as possible. What this does is that while the one rally won't win the center, with two rallies, you're able to knock off enough troops off the center or any building that the second rally then will win. And essentially, you want to line it up so that either the first or the second rally hits within a couple seconds of each other so that the opposing team can't reinforce the center, right, or any building. Okay. The first thing you're going to need in a double rally is first to understand who your rally leaders are, right? Obviously pick the ones that with the best troop skills, gear. We've kind of walked over all that in previous videos, so I won't really talk about it here. But the key is make sure you have the rally leaders defined for those rallies. Second is understand their differences in march time. This is super key, right? So the first thing you want to ask in chat or wherever is, what's the difference between their march time, right? So I've actually kind of just went over, explained this to my entire team here. But so as an example, we have Negan and Daisy rallying. Daisy's march time is 2:31 and Negan is 1:54. The difference between these two march times is going to be 37 seconds, right? So if you look at it, 37 seconds. So normally, let's imagine if they're not doing a rally, but they're just kind of marching towards the same building. Daisy is going to hit the building 37 seconds before Negan hits. So to line this up, if you think about it, for them both to hit, you do want Negan to kind of start going 37 seconds after Daisy starts, right? With rallies, it's actually kind of easy to do this. So rally usually by default is going to be 5 minutes. There's some cases where they're 1 minute rallies, etc. But let's say, we'll work with a 5-minute rally here. So because I want Negan to hit the building at the same time as Daisy, and Negan has to start marching 37 seconds later, you take the 5-minute clock of the rally, right? You subtract 37 seconds, so you get 4 minutes and 23 seconds, okay? And so basically what you want to do here is with 4 minutes and 23 seconds, Daisy should start the rally, okay? And when Daisy's rally's timer, over here you can kind of see this timer here, hits 4 minutes and 23 seconds, Negan will need to start his rally, okay? Really important thing here though, you do want to make sure that when the timer hits 4:23, you want to send. But the problem is the action of actually starting a rally takes time. So imagine if the timer is hitting, let's say I want to start at 1 minute here, right? Just as an example. If I wait to actually hit 1 minute, I probably won't make it. And the reason for that is because if you think about it, the 1 minute is going to be, if I click rally, launch, I click my heroes, march, right? See, I'm actually hitting at 5:55, right? And that won't really work because that's not really the idea here. So if I've already lost 5 seconds on that rally. So you should account for that as well. So whenever you see things like this, you do want to make sure, like for example, you're trying to hit 4:23, right? As that's your time. Then you actually might want to start sending or clicking the rally button around maybe 4:25, 4:26. Depends on your client, depends on how fast you can click. Really understand that for yourself. That way you can line it up, okay? Once you have that up, what you'll see is something like this. Let me cancel my rally so it's not very confusing. Okay, So look at Negan and Daisy, right? So if you look at the difference here, they are exactly 37 seconds apart. That's perfect, right? So the idea here is we want to make sure that they're going to be able to hit exactly at the same time on the building. And this is actually really, really perfect. Let me see if I can help them out a little bit. I won't make it, doesn't matter. Okay, so the thing is now, if you look, Daisy's now launching, right? So Daisy's already marching, and Negan's got a couple seconds left to end his rally. And the whole point here is that once they start marching, you're going to see this march time here. And if you know that you line it up correctly, those two march times should be very, very, very close, if not on the exact second. And this is super key, right? Because remember, we want to hit the tower at the exact same second. So you do want them to hit exactly at the same time. So let's check what happens here. Perfect. Look at that lineup. So let me go back here. Look at these 2 times. Literally on the exact same second. This is when your alliance can run this really well. What you're going to be able to do is take 2 strong rallies, that may be weaker than whoever's defending, and knock them easily knock them off the defense. And this is how you win in State of SOS. Sometimes it's not about just having the best 1 rally. Sometimes it's about having the best 2 rallies, or 3, or 4, or 5. Imagine when we get into state versus state, where you may have states that come in with very strong defense, right? The key is this, remember, on defense, they can't have multiple rallies on defense, but on offense, you can have multiple. And the whole idea is that if you can rally multiple times like this, you can knock off everybody off of the center, right? And that's super key. So that's just the lesson today. Honestly, this is a really, really important tip. I don't think a lot of alliances do this, but I would say it does take a lot of practice. It takes, some, patience to kind of get this right. And I would say every alliance should be practicing this. This is so key. This is so important that this is how you kind of win wars. So that's it. Short video today, but I do want to make sure, just say, hey, like, comment, subscribe. If you love the content I'm making, please just, give me a like, give me a comment. Tell me what kind of things you want to see more. But, otherwise, this has been Masaki coming to you live from 483, letting you all know, stay classy.
Uh-oh, error.